Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Network Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell it, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
guys, good morning. Welcome to the live session of Stocks Number Trading. My name is Dave, guys. My partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.
Recording in progress.
Hey guys, welcome everyone. Thanks everyone for joining. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Ron. My partner is Dave. Thanks for joining everyone. It is Wednesday, February 25th today. It is almost noon. In another minute, guys, there's going to be an hourly switch up in the markets. If you guys are in any trades right now, it's Wall Street's lunch right now. And it's our post-New York session. So we got a lot to go over today. It's a busy day in the markets, especially with Nvidia's earnings call in the after hours at 4:20 p.m. Eastern. And the entire markets are waiting for this big earnings call. This could dictate the way how tech moves. It's got a lot riding on AI right now. And this could be a very positive catalyst for the markets continue to move forward if we get a good earnings and a good forward guidance. However, if it is a miss and there's some pessimistic discussion in the conference call, the markets could move bearish. Okay, but Nvidia has been one of those companies on record that has been completely destroying earnings over earnings every single earnings call. And they keep setting the bar higher and higher and higher, and Nvidia continues to exceed expectations. And it's just one of those unicorn securities that's taken off since 2020. If you guys remember, in COVID, it was $20 a share. And if you bought some shares at that time, you're doing really, really good on your investment and a good ROI on your money. Okay, guys, but we're going to find other opportunities. There's going to be another company, another corporation coming up in any sector, guys. That's the beauty of trading the stock markets, is doing some research and figuring out these companies in their infancies when they just IPO and they come out and nobody really knows about them. And you've done your research. You're not over risking. Maybe you try it out, and that's what I'm trying to lead to, guys, is I'm very excited that we're going to be getting into the stock and option program very, very soon, guys. We're building it right now. As soon as I come back from Europe, we're going to start launching that. Okay, so I hope everyone's excited. We're going to start to learn something really new now regarding investments and passive income and trading a whole different financial market that has nothing to do with Forex or futures. So there's a stock and option world out there, okay? So I hope everyone's excited. I'm excited to get this call going. We have a lot to go over today, okay? So just bear with me. We have a lot to go through. First thing is news, okay? So most of you guys have been trading. You guys started your early morning trading. You guys had a great session with Dave. Guys, signals today have been on point. I don't know about you guys, but I'm exceeded my daily goals with Dave's trade ideas sent out from New York. They've been unbelievable. Like the way how they retraced right back to the point that we were looking for entry. Today was on point, okay? The markets were cooperating today. So it's one of those days when you get the markets cooperating with your analysis, take advantage of these days, because you saw yesterday how choppy our session was. So these are those days where you have to understand good volume from choppy volume. And this is part of your job as a trader, to distinguish these things, not just force trades every single day. You have to be selective with the volume you're trading. Please understand when we're talking about that, okay? Dave and I are really serious about educating, and we want you guys to learn this. We don't just talk about this stuff. We actually preach and we do this stuff in our everyday lives, okay? So moving forward, Donald Trump last night had the State of the Union address. How many of you guys listened in? A lot of lies came out of this guy's mouth. a lot of bullshit, like a lot when he was talking about the inflation and the way how the economy is moving, creating all these jobs, taking in $19 trillion of investments when those are commitments. That's a commitment. Nothing set in stone. But whatever. If you guys believe what this guy is saying, it's all good. I don't live in America, so I'm not too concerned about that. But for my U.S. friends, this guy is full of complete shit, okay? But whatever, I don't live there, so I don't know too much about it. But he moves the markets, okay? When he was talking, you guys probably saw gold and crypto last night took off, okay? Now, how did that affect the markets today? The markets are green, okay? Did anyone check their volatility index? VIX is going down, markets are up. When volatility goes down, markets are green. When volatility goes up, markets are red. That's how it's correlated, okay? Our news today, midweek, we had some FOMC speakers, a lot of light news, low impact crude oil inventories, FOMC speakers throughout the day here. We're going to get another FOMC speaker, Musalem speaking at 1:20. Not much going on, okay? Tomorrow, guys, if you are trading, Thursday morning, go through your European news. Tomorrow is our weekly unemployment claims in the U.S. Okay, it looks like there's an increase in the forecast of unemployment claims week over week. Actual number was 206,000 last week, 217 this week. So unemployment is not good. Week over week, unemployment rising is not good. You know, Donald Trump was saying that the economy is booming. There's so many jobs being created. Well, look at our unemployment claims week over week. Why are these continuing to increase? Okay, it just does not make sense. Okay, so that's tomorrow. News today. This is the big one. Nvidia. Okay. If you guys have not heard about this corporation, you guys need to wake up. This is the biggest security in the world right now. Market cap. It's number one. Like if we were right now in March Madness, it's going to be coming up very soon. Our NCAA basketball. The teams are ranked from 1 to 64. Nvidia is one of these. It's ranked number one. Okay, so it's up there. It's above Tesla. It's above Apple, above Microsoft, above Google, above Amazon, all of those big names. This is the leader. Okay, so this really dictates the way how the markets move. This comprises a large, it holds a lot of weight and percentage in S&P 500. It holds approximately 12 to 14% of just NASDAQ alone. So a lot of you guys are trading NASDAQ, and Nvidia is almost 12 to 15% of that entire index that you guys are trading is this company alone. Okay, so earnings, what they're looking, this is EPS, earnings per share of $1.52 is the estimate. Revenue from the last quarter to this quarter, an estimate of almost $66 billion. We will actually see the report at 420. The numbers will be released, and then around 5 p.m. is the conference call. I suggest if you guys have time, please listen in to the conference call. You're going to hear the CEO, you're going to hear the CFO, you're going to hear the COO. You're going to hear them speak about what's going on with the corporation, what's in the pipeline, anything regarding AI and tech and investments, and what is their forward guidance. This can help you understand the future of how the markets could possibly trade in the next 3 months. If you guys are trading options, these are what we look at, these leap options. Leap options are anything like over 3 months. You could look in the money, out of the money when you're looking at the option chain, which strike prices. Do you think Nvidia is going to continue to go up in share price, or is it going to go down in share price? But this is a good one to listen to, guys. This could dictate the way how the markets move tomorrow, the rest of this week, next week, and going forward into March. Okay. We also have Salesforce. Salesforce is a big company as well in S&P 500 and Dow. Trade Desk, Snowflake. This is AI over here. So there's a lot going on with AI and tech in earnings today in the after hours. Okay. Continue moving forward. Lots of news last night, okay? So Trump laid out a new ground rule for big tech's AI build-out. This is Jensen right here. This is the CEO, if you guys are not familiar with him, of Nvidia. He will be speaking in the conference call later today. Nvidia's up 2.3% right now, leading into their earnings. Nvidia earnings slam into market with no patience for AI hiccups. So hopefully AI is continuing to progress and move then it's going to carry tech, carry NASDAQ, and continue to carry these markets in a bullish manner. So right here, a lot of news is all about Nvidia. Stocks rise as Nvidia got checked, looms for AI trade. What else we got? Trump to hike tariffs to 15% where appropriate globally around the world. Him and his tariffs over here. What else we got going on? Just quickly. Bitcoin crypto is up to right now 68,000, I believe, US. Last time I checked, 68,000. It's above 6% today. Good rebound. It's still nowhere near, it's 50% off of the all-time highs. But if you guys have ever traded crypto, you guys know it's very volatile. When it hits all-time highs, it goes bearish for about 80-90%, then makes a new all-time high. So, crypto is speculative. It's very, very volatile. It's not for those that are with a weak heart. You gotta be wired different to trade crypto and hold and things like this. What else we got going on? Oil steadies as traders await upcoming U.S.-Iran nuclear talks. Okay. What else we got? There's some names, notable names right now, top gainers. Okay. That stock market has gainers, not always those big names. Everest Construction is up 31% today, possibly on some news. Circle Internet is up 30%. There's a lot up there. Cava's up 25%. There's also big losers, big winners. Look at, there's some losers down. GoDaddy is down 16% today. So there's, you can short the market. You can go long in the market. Most active trading right now is Nvidia. So there's a lot going on. And just looking at the overall markets, S&P is green right now. Dow is green. NASDAQ tech is leading the way, up 1% right now. Russell is up. VIX is down. Volatility index. Okay, so if you guys want to use this for correlations, volatility index, VIX, I showed you guys this chart the other day. When it's down, the markets could be green. When volatility increases, volatility VIX is green, markets traditionally are red. That's when you should be bearish. You should be looking to sell at premium areas. Today, we should be looking for discounted buys on pullbacks. Okay, you got to remain patient. You got to be disciplined and use proper risk management looking to trade today's trend. Okay, gold is green, crypto is green, markets are green right now. Okay, guys, Dave has been on fire today with the signals. Okay, let's just go over this real quick. I want to, so we can educate on signals. Okay, look, we are looking for buys for it to come down into this location right over here. Do you see the line? Do we see any blue volume close above? Finally, this bar came and just closed right there. Okay, and then it did open impulsively, came up. You know, if you got in, that's fine, but that's why we give a suggested stop loss. It's bigger for a bigger move, right? But if you still cut that big blue candle in half and you found the point of control, your stop loss should at least be minimum below the point of control or even at the start of the ignited body. That's just on that basic candle right there. But if you look at the pullback, look at it. It came right in there. I don't even need to draw my point of control box. I can see 50% right here. There's a wick. There's a wick. Then it came back up. After it came in the point of control, that's a good sign. It came back and it closed again with good volume. So this could be your entry if you never got on that one. That one suffered a little bit of drawdown, but if you waited, you got more bullish volume, and then you know what's going on under the depth of market down here. And then it continued to open bullish. It made a move. However, if you miss out waiting patiently at this area, I caught this pullback. I didn't catch this move. I waited right for that pullback. I had the alert set there with Dave, and it came in. I went in to buy, and part of that leg up. I didn't get this entire move because I was just getting inside here. I got what I need, you know, and if you're still holding it, it's continuing to move. So will it continue to backfill these wicks, continue to close with volume? Any pullbacks? I can see right now this could be a supporting area going forward. I could cut this bar in half, protecting this area. Okay, so that's US 30. Miss Jones, Dow Jones, an excellent move today. That's where volume is cooperating. Some days it cooperates like this. And also with commodities, okay? So gold as well. Gold cooperating as well, okay? So I'll talk about this on our charts when we get there. This was Wall Street's move, a big bullish ignited candle, continuing engulfed to come all the way up, closed above, pull back again into this area. But then if you continue to wait with these static areas, you can see right here, volume closing above in and then pulling back. You see now how it's building higher lows. It's building higher lows. It's getting that depth of market. And then once it gets all the volume, all the delta, then it takes off. And that's a good run up on gold if you had it, if you got in. So trade signals, trade ideas are doing fantastic, can help with your confluence as a trader, okay? Everyone on YouTube, thank you for joining. 150 of you guys, please hit the like button, subscribe. These are the channels to our YouTube over here. We just released this blog right now. What is a stock? Learn about a stock. A stock represents a share in the ownership of a company and constitutes a claim on part of the company's assets and earnings. Some of you guys might own stock in Nvidia. You might be a shareholder and own shares of it. There are two main types of stocks, common stock and preferred stock, okay? Know the difference between those, okay? This was Dave in the New York session with the team, pipping and dipping, grabbing some pips. Everything is available for you guys in this free Telegram channel. And there's promos, guys, going on right now. 50% off if you want to join the team on any plan that we have, except for the monthlies. We want to keep you guys here more long-term so you guys can actually learn how to trade. So it's 3 month, 1 year, and lifetime. All 50% off. We cut that in half for you guys, okay? Right over here is a rewards program. This is for everyone at SST. We just had a member who's a lifetime member with us that started 5 years ago with us, and he referred his friend with us. So we gave back to him. He got a deposit of $1,250 in his account for that referral to help us grow, and that's a way of us showing appreciation and helping to fund his live trading account and build it and compound it. And so we wanted to do this when we hit 100,000 on YouTube, but we just said, fuck it, let's do it right now. And that's available for all you guys, okay? And guys, our blog, okay? I just want to go over this really quickly. I want to get everyone just thinking about what is a stock real quick, okay? So common and preferred stock. What is a common stock? This type grants shareholders voting rights and the potential to receive dividends, okay? I'm a shareholder of certain securities and I receive dividends from them, but comes with greater risk, okay? So a preferred stock is something different. It offers no voting rights, but usually provides fixed dividends and has priority over common stock in the event of liquidation. Why learn about stock trading? Okay, I hope everyone is interested in learning. This is why we want to learn about this. Wealth accumulation. Okay, long-term stock investing has historically outperformed other asset classes like bonds or savings accounts, offering substantial returns over time. Your savings account, you might have $100,000 sitting in your savings account right now, and it's earning 1, 2, maybe 3% interest if you're lucky. Okay, the historical. If you just keep your money in the S&P 500, it gives you a 10% historical return. You're making much more than just a traditional savings account. However, when you really know how to move your money in the markets, you could be making way more, hundreds, thousands of percent year over year, okay? Passive income. I love passive income as I get older. I hope you guys do too. What is passive income? Stocks can provide dividends as a source of regular income without selling the shares. So if you're a shareholder of a company, you receive quarterly dividends, contributing to passive income streams. You can reinvest those dividends and keep buying more and more shares of that company. And over time, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, when you're reaching your retirement, you can draw off of this passive income at a reduced tax bracket. So it's great for anyone looking to retire. Diversification. Investing in stocks allows for diversification across various sectors and geographies, reducing overall risk in an investment portfolio. So if you were in crypto and you were part of that big run up and you sold and you took some profit and you moved it over into the stock market is now at highs. That's a way how to diversify. If you didn't do anything and you were just stuck in crypto, now you probably got your crypto account is in the red. It's in drawdown, and you didn't really diversify, right? So you want to learn how to diversify and move to different sectors. Inflation hedge, okay? Stocks often outpace inflation rates over the long term, preserving purchasing power. Ownership and influence. Owning stock means owning a part of a company, giving investors a say in corporate decisions during shareholder meetings. So what are the common stocks we talk about? Okay, we talk about common stocks, preferred stocks. There's growth stocks. Okay, so there's a growth sector. It's a very speculative. It's very volatile, but there is growth securities like AI right now, quantum computing. It's in a growth sector. It can have astronomical gains if quantum computing takes off, but it's very volatile. It has 10-20% days, and then the red days are 10-20% days. But there is a growth side of trading. Okay, there is growth sector. There's value stocks like Home Depot, Walmart. Those are value securities. Walmart and Home Depot are not going bankrupt. They're not going to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They're there. They're not sexy. You're not going to get 1,000% on Walmart, but you're going to get a steady growth with a steady income. Okay. There's dividend stocks. Enbridge Gas, off the top of my head, is one that is really good. Over the last 28 years, I've been a shareholder for probably 15 plus years now. It's paid my dividend year over year. It's been increasing, and I have it in a DRIP program, direct reinvest into the dividend. So when it pays me out every single 3 months, it's like getting a paycheck of a few $1,000s. It goes directly. It's pre-authorized to go and buy more of Enbridge Gas. I don't need this money right now. I'm not retiring anytime soon. So it just keeps buying more and more and more and more. And then when I need this money, when I do retire, I'm going to draw off of this. Okay. You can transfer this. This is generational wealth. You can transfer this to your children, right? So it's not just retirement, but you can keep it in there for your children and things like that. Okay. Dividend securities. Grow your dividend portfolio. Blue chip stocks. These are your Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google. These are the Magnificent Seven, are the blue chips. And then we have small cap, mid caps, and large caps as well. And then what's not mentioned on this is penny stocks. Okay, penny stocks often don't get mentioned a lot because they trade over the counter. They're called pink sheets. Anything below $5 is a penny stock. They're very volatile. They can be pump and dumps. Some of you guys have heard of pump and dumps. But I'll tell you guys something. I made my first $1 million trading penny stocks. I'm honestly saying this to you guys. I made my first million on trading penny stocks. Why? Because some securities were 25 cents and they moved up to $10, $20, $50, $100. So you can make astronomical gains if you follow penny stocks. And Dave and I have our scanner. We're getting it ready for you guys, where it's going to scan pre-market gainers trading on 5-10 times abnormal volume. And we're going to release that pre-market. We'll follow it up right now, lunchtime, and then we'll give you after hours follow-up. And then I want to do calls talking about these securities so we can know why did they get pumped up? Why was this orchestrated? So lots to learn, guys, lots to learn. I hope you guys are excited to learn all about the stock market. So tips for beginner stock traders. Some of you guys have never been in the stock market, but let's start off with some tips. Educate yourself. Understand basic stock market concepts, terms, and trading strategies. Read books, online courses, financial news outlets can be very helpful. Us at SST, we can help educate you guys as well. Start small, okay? Don't go in and put all your life savings when you have no idea what you're doing or you don't even know the terminology. Start small. Demo account. Begin with small investments to learn how the market works without taking on significant risk. This is not just for the stock market. This is Forex, futures, any type of trading. Okay, this is just common sense. Start small when you don't know anything, right? If you don't know how to drive a car, don't go and buy a Lamborghini when you have no idea how to handle that type of horsepower. Go buy a little Honda Civic and start to learn how to drive and then work your way up. 3, develop a plan. Set clear financial goals and create a strategy that aligns with your risk tolerance and time horizon. We all have different risk tolerance. My risk, I keep telling you every single day, is different than yours. So if I'm risking 0.25% of my account, that you don't know what I'm trading with. You have no idea my capital. So my risk is completely different than yours. Okay, so you have to figure out what is your risk tolerance. When you get into a trade, can you handle the drawdown without panicking? that's where you're trading within risk. If you take a trade and it goes down 50 pips in drawdown and you're panicking, you are over leveraged. You're over risking. Please understand these concepts, okay? Diversify your portfolio. Very easy. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread investments across different sectors and asset classes to mitigate risk. There's financial sector, banks. There's metals like commodities sector. There's tech sector, so you can diversify. Okay, you don't have to oil and energy. You don't have to keep everything all in crypto, for example, because then you're probably panicking when there's a 50% pullback. If you kind of moved your allocated a little bit in crypto, a little bit in banks, a little bit in oil and energy, a little bit in commodities, a little bit in tech, it will constantly grow over time, okay? And some sectors outperform others. And then when one goes up, the other one will go down. When one goes up, the other one will go up. That's how you have to move with the markets, okay? Research. Conduct thorough research on companies before investing. If you're going to invest in Nvidia today, make sure you know what this company is, right? Don't just go because your neighbor's telling you about Nvidia. Know what it is, okay? What do they do? What do they sell? What do they offer the world? Examine their financial statements, management quality, get to know their CEOs, industry position, and growth prospects. Stay rational. Avoid emotional decision making. Markets fluctuate, and it's important to stick to your investment plan rather than reacting impulsively. See, trading on impulse, not a good thing. Same with if you're developing a long-term investment plan. Don't just go impulsively because Ron is talking about Nvidia. Now you're going to go buy it at all-time highs today going into an earnings, okay? That's not what you want to do. You want to go to Nvidia's charts, do a nice thorough top-down analysis, start off on the monthly, weekly, daily, look for your levels, look for some gaps in the market that have not been, look for retracements, wait patiently, and wait. Did anyone buy the Nvidia pullback when it hit $168 just last month, and now it's trading at almost $200 a share? That was a nice healthy pullback. It was trading at 190 and pulled back to 168. Everyone was panicking. I bought a few shares and I'm holding going into the earnings, and it's almost $200. So I've made approximately $25, $30 per share just right now holding going into the earnings. Use technology. Leverage tools such as stock screeners, trading platforms, and financial apps to track your investments and make informed decisions. Keep your costs low. This is what we talk about trading in Forex. Make sure you understand your broker, slippage, spreads, commissions. What are all of these things? Okay, they factor into your trading expenses. These come out of your profits at the end of the day. So you have to understand, be mindful of these. So be mindful of fees and commissions associated with trading. This is for all type of trading. Opt for low-cost brokers if possible. If your broker is giving you a 7 pip spread trading gold and others are getting half a pip or 1 pip, there's a big discrepancy. Maybe you need to look for a different broker. If I'm getting 225, 450 commission for a standard lot size and you're paying $15 for a lot size commission, there's a big discrepancy, okay? It's going to eat away at your profits, slippage, all of these things. When you're trading in the stock market, you need to find a good broker. Monitor regularly. Keep track of your investments and review performance periodically. Adjust your portfolio as needed based on changes in your financial situation or market conditions. Consider professional help. If you're unsure about managing your investments, consider a financial advisor at your local financial institution, bank, or credit union. They can help you out as well, answer your questions. And by understanding stock trading and investment wisely, traders can work towards building a robust portfolio that generates future passive income and contributes to long-term financial security, okay? So we're going to do a 5-day stock and options boot camp. It's going to be long, guys. I don't think I'll be streaming that day because it's going to be probably 5-hour days. We're going to go over a lot. And I'm probably going to do a bonus 6th day on a Saturday to get into the charts and answer your questions. That's coming up. And the way how we're going to do it is something new. It's going to be that 6-day boot camp. It's going to, for everyone that signs up, it's also going to get 3 one-on-one sessions with myself or Dave. You can do those at any time to help you maybe get you guys started with a trading plan or any questions you have about stock and options, okay? And it's also going to come with a 3-month exclusive premium membership with SST, so you can be part of the Forex, futures, trade signals, all the live sessions that Dave and I do, plus the new stock and options program, okay? So this is coming very, very soon, okay? We're building it right now, and I'm gonna do this right after I come back from Europe in the next few weeks, okay? And then that's available, guys, for the blogs for you guys, okay? And finally, let's get into it, guys. So thanks everyone on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Just a heads up on YouTube, guys. Dave and I had a little conversation. I'm going to be reducing YouTube lives to 2 days per week in the next little bit. Because we really want to focus on our traders who are a little bit more serious about trading, and I want to spend more time with them. So we're going to reduce YouTube down to 2 days a week, possibly Tuesday, Thursday. All other sessions will be private with myself and Dave. And then I'm going to do some additional on top. We're going to do some stock. So where I can just focus, where we could just be looking at Nvidia right now. And then I don't have to come on here and then we're saying, why are we not buy or sell gold when we're looking at Nvidia? I lose focus and I really want to be focused. I'm more passionate about educating than I am just live trading. We've established ourselves as live traders for the past 6 years. We have nothing else to prove to you guys. If we're not good enough for you guys, you can find someone else, okay? But we really want to continue moving. We have a lot of snipers in our group who are hungry to learn about stock and options and get ready for their retirement. So we're going to continue to do what we're destined to do here at SST, and we're not going to let anyone get in our way to slow us down, okay? So that's coming from me and Dave, no one else, okay? And you're hearing it right now out of our mouth, okay? We want to move forward. We're called Stock Sniper Trading. We're not called Forex Sniper Trading. Like, we do a lot in Forex and futures, but we want to show you there's a whole different world that you might be missing, okay? Here's, guys, did anyone pick up on this bar today at Wall Street? Does this not look like anything? Okay. Did anyone see that pivot right there at 6:15? It naturally came down 9:30. Look at the bar. Okay. This is one of those bars. If you don't read this bar, you really have to brush up on your price action. Look at the low wick. Okay. Number one. Are we all seeing this, or is Ron just talking shit over here? Look at that. Was there a wick? It's tiny. Look at the timing. 940, bullish ignited. Ask yourself, why did this candle not open black and fill that wick and drop? That's a clue, right? You want to learn clues in price action. And it came up bullish ignited. What did it do at 50%? Did it get a wick and come back down? No, it kept going. What did it do when it went to the previous opening balance of this big bearish candle? It engulfed it. Okay, it engulfed it. That's what we call a bullish engulfing candle. That's a clear textbook example. If I was to do a webinar, that would be what I'm showing you right now. If you do not know how to learn about this candle, I'm telling you, you guys are so far behind, okay? This is easy. This is not complicated to understand what this is. Now, confluence, look at where it was built. Look backwards. If you did a thorough top-down analysis, you would have picked up on this pivot, okay? Does this not look like a double bottom? And you got your big, strong bar coming out of there, okay? So now we have a neckline right here. A neckline is the resistance. You have it push all the way up and it closed above, okay? Then there was a significant pullback. Where did it pull back into? Okay. Why don't you just look at, where that big engulfing bar closed? Okay. Did it come into 50%? No, but also know the closing price. Okay. OHLC, open, high, low, and close. If I was to teach you guys right now your characteristics of a candlestick, from day one, I would be teaching you about open, high, low, close. You got to understand this, guys. Okay. You have to. I'm telling you, it's not, well, if you want to learn it, you have to learn it, okay? Because then you can understand what the market is doing. Look at the retracement. It was a nice sell, okay? It came all the way right back down, but look at where the buyers were waiting. Right there, okay? They came down. Those are pending orders. That's a wick getting rejected in that location. It came back up and closed right there. Again, it came down bearish, but did it close below there? No. Those picked up pending buyers again, and it closed as a bullish pin bar, and then it started again, right? Coming back up there. There's a double top. Like right there, you see right at this location, the pivot came back down. Now it picked up another higher low, and there's the body that closed above. If you waited, look at the retracement. Again, this is where resistance turns to support, and it's moving up. Right now, this is live gold right now, okay? But please learn about this, okay? This is nice trading volume. Remember the shit we were trading yesterday? It was kind of like this type of volume, right? This is where the markets really open up and really allow you to trade, okay? Now, I'm going to do a top down on both gold and NASDAQ. I'm going to do both top downs back to back, okay? We're not just going to do gold and sit on gold like we did yesterday. And when we never did we're going to do NASDAQ 100% because we have Nvidia earnings, okay? So if you want to learn about top down, here's your opportunity to learn about top down. If you're here for buy and sell signal, I'm not doing a buy and sell signal right now. I'm teaching about a top down, okay? If it doesn't interest you, go to another channel, and I guarantee you that they're giving buy and sell signals. Go there, okay? We're not competing with other YouTube channels. We really don't give a shit. We've had enough here, right? Go see what else is out there and see if you get this free knowledge that we're giving you guys. Go compare. Go do your shopping. See what's out there, okay? Now, this is how it looks on the daily. A lot of you guys are familiar with this, okay? We do this day in and day out. That's the all-time high. Acknowledge it. Put whatever color you like. I use orange. Look at the number. It's right below 6,000, a nice psychological level. Is there a zone right below it? Yes, right there. How did I do this? Just look at the bodies. I talk about this every single day. I'm not going to go into detail now, okay? Same thing. Now I want to find when it came down, the most recent low right there. I use a yellow line because I'm on the daily now. And look at the number, 4,400. Nice psychological area, okay? Now, is there a zone below it? Yes, you can literally see right over there. There's a zone. There's a zone, okay? It can't be red right now because the volume is above. So I'm going to make it green, right? If it ever comes back down there, I guarantee you there's buyers waiting down there, okay? Now, we're working our way up slowly, making higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We're barcoding right now. Could be a Tetris piece breaking out on the daily to get us into our all-time high supply, okay? What will happen up there? I don't know. Could be a possible double top, could be a liquidity grab, could be a new all-time high with a close above, retest this, pending buyers, and gold is going to 6,000, 7,000, okay? I don't know what's going to happen up there until it gets up there. You guys know the options. I show you guys the arrows every single day, okay? Now, what do we got going on, okay? So on this build up, there's some resistance right here, okay? You saw when it built up. We got rejected, came back down, okay? Now, there is a close above, and we started bullish Monday this week. Came up, we came back down yesterday, closed right there, and we're coming right back up today. So on the daily, we are consolidating, okay? If you want to trap the volume as if this was 5-minute candles, you could trap the volume like so, okay? You can consolidate it. What I mean by consolidate is make it neutral, right? We know that there's buyers buying. Yesterday, there were sellers selling. There was a little bit of buyers at the end of the day before it closed. And today, we have buyers buying it back up. Okay, we got some small wicks. It could possibly break out. Then where could it go? Naturally, it wants to test right here, the opening balance of this candle, the bottom of the red box. If you want to place a yellow line, or I use my box as a point of interest, okay? I don't need to sit and put all these lines. I know that when I created my box, it was for a specific reason. So I know if it reaches right up there, I know that that could be where sellers are waiting right there. And then it could come down. It could break through there. Okay, it could start filling that wick and maybe trade in here, maybe close in there. Maybe there's a pullback. Maybe it turns to support. Maybe we're breaking out. Okay, lots to consider what will happen up there, just like when you're trading 5-minute candles or 1-minute candles. I don't know what to say when it gets up there, but the way how it's building, it looks like it wants to get up there. Okay, but it could be just doing this, where it came up, Neckline is down in here. Neckline, I mean support, because I see a body, and a wick. Sometimes you don't even need to draw a line, okay? You don't even need to draw a line sometimes. You can just visually see right there. There's a body, and a retest of a wick, okay? That level, 4655, okay? That could be where the neckline is, or support, in other words. Now, when it comes up, neckline, it's coming up right now. Like when I said higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, just do one straight line, okay? You recognize this. It could be a lower high shoulder. It could be an M, whatever it is, okay? What happens if they're really protecting this all-time high supply and they're doing this to trap some buyers and then they just elevator it coming down, okay? That's a possibility. But right now how it's building, it doesn't look like that. It's got a strong daily candle. So I'm not going to just do all type of zones. What I could do is if I want to do a thorough top-down analysis, I could start dissecting. Down here, there was a double bottom pivot. Down here, there was resistance. Remember these all-time highs. Over here, like it's unnecessary to do all this right now, okay? What we need to do is just start to now figure out what's going on in the last 3 days here. We got that bullish candle starting week, Monday. Then it was bearish yesterday and came right back up, okay? So now let's follow the volume, okay? Let's follow this. Okay, so you see the closing price yesterday, opening price. Let's look at the number, 5,140, okay? It's a psychological number. It's not that 5,150 or 125 or 175, okay? When we initially opened, was it bullish or bearish, okay? This is first thing that you got to identify as a price action trader. You have to know that it opened bearish. How do we know this? Because just look, right? The opening balance, there's a wick below us. So it had to be black, black, black. It came down. And that's the lowest point of the candle of today. I put purple line to let me know that that's the lowest point, 5,121 or 120. Is it higher than yesterday? Yes. Is it still above this big bullish ignited candle? Yes. Is it above the point of control of this big bullish candle? Yes. Is it continuing to make higher highs and higher lows? Yes, 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 and yes. Okay. Is it making new higher highs? Not yet. How do I know that? Because I can see yesterday's wick. Okay. I can see yesterday's high right there. Okay. If I want to acknowledge yesterday's high, place a point of interest, a resistance, just a normal yellow one. It's representing just another day's high. Look at the number. Yesterday's high was 5,250. Psychological numbers, okay? Please understand what psychological numbers are in the markets, okay? If I've been explaining it, Dave and I, for 6 years now. If you guys are not picking up on psychological numbers, then I don't know what else to say or do, okay? We're lost. It came down, came up right now. Very bullish. What happened at 50% of yesterday's bearish candle? Even if we just cut yesterday's bearish volume in half, let's just see what happened today, okay? How do I cut it in half? I don't want to guess, okay? Grab your fib tool, opening balance, closing balance. Very easy. There's 50% right there. So I'm going to draw a cut line right to represent yesterday's half bearish volume. So I see when we came up today, did it get rejected there and go back down? No, it didn't. So it's continuing to push up, push up, push up. This is our highest point right now. The wick is showing me the highest point we've been trading at today. We're right near the high, 5,217. We're trading at 212 right now, $5, 50 pips to get back up to today's daily high. And if we continue go, where are we going to go? Just logical. We're going to test the opening and the closing balance. So before we even fill yesterday's wick, we have to test the opening balance. Okay. I know it's very, very close. And then if we can fill that, get up there, we could possibly fill yesterday's wick and get up to there. Okay. I also determine the size of the wicks. If this is a rather huge exhausted wick, it takes a lot of volume to come back up and fill that wick. But this one could be a fill and just continue to pop, okay? What I mean by large size wicks to fill are like, let me just show you one. This one, the one that hit the all-time high. Okay, this one, that was the all-time high. Like when this candle opened, it came up bullish, but it didn't have enough momentum to continue to fill that big wick and go up. So remember short wicks, They can fill and pop higher, okay? We are now in a bull flag. It's barcoding, bullish, bearish, bullish. It could come back down bearish tomorrow, right? It could trade in this zone for multiple days. But right now it's building, okay? So it's bullish on the daily. But we're approaching the double top all-time high supply, okay? Now, I'm going to dissect today's daily candle. This blue candle, I'm going to start dissecting it. I can go into the 4 hour. Okay, this is how it looks on the 4 hour. You can go exactly and look at a specific 4 hour candle. This is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is 2 to 6 p.m. This is the daily opening bar. 1800 is 6 p.m. I can look at European volume 2 to 6 a.m. I can see pre-New York COMEX. I know what the 4 hour increments are because you should know how the markets move. Okay, I'm not a 4 hour trader, but if I was a swing trader, definitely be dissecting these and understanding what's going on. So if we look at the 4 hour pattern, it's coming up, neckline right there holding. Now we're coming right back up. So it looks like, could it possibly continue to go and break and get up there? Or is it gonna come back down? Okay, there's a lot of volume being accumulated below us, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. We are ascending our way back up, okay? This 4 hour candle is going to close in 1 hour and 16 minutes. How will it close? Where will it close? Will it close above the daily high currently? Is it going to get rejected back down? I can see when this 4 hour candle opened, it was initially bearish. It came down there, but then came right back to the opening price. This 4 hour candle hit our daily high, and then now it's getting rejected. Still has bullish volume inside. It's not going to close for another hour and 15 minutes, okay? What I like to do now is break down these 4 hour candles into 60-minute, 1 hour candles, okay? Now I can see exactly what time it was. Monday, 6 p.m., the daily opening. When we hit that high, then it came down futures market. I can see the lowest point, what time it was. Yesterday at 9 a.m., we came back up, it came back down. I can see now today when it made the lowest point, it was the opening hour, 6 p.m. And since then, it's been coming up. I can now look at midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I know that this is London, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. This is pre-New York. 6 a.m. was bearish, but closed strong. And then 7 a.m., I know 8 a.m. represents COMEX. Now 9 and 10 is Wall Street market open, more volume. So you see it was bearish, 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 but it came right back up. Okay, that was a nice sell if you got in there. Possibly could have hit your daily goal. But if you don't do anything, this happens to me all the time on 5-minute candles too. But this can happen to you on an hourly. But if you're holding this, you see it came down. Did it break that wick? No. Did it close down there? No. It came right back up and closed with a new high. So that's showing the strength, right? And then there was some mixed reaction here at 10. And now we're pushing up at 11. Now I see noon right now. Remember I told you there could be, when we started this call, we started right at noon. I said there could be a noon switch up, momentum change. So that hit the daily high, and now we're coming down bearish right now, okay, on the hourly. Now, is there a previous pivot right here on the hourly? Yes. So I use a white line now. Okay, so you see how there was a previous pivot right there, resistance. Looking forward, I see it came in and got rejected right there. Then this bar closed above, we pushed up, so now it's coming down. So what will happen, maybe if it comes back down to this white line? It's a whole number, 5,200. Will this be resistance over there and turn to support if it comes down here? Okay, maybe it does. And then maybe we'll get a wick and go back up. If it closes below this might be ongoing hourly resistance to take us further down. We can scalp down to maybe where there was another hourly pivot right there. There was a pivot right there in the market, okay? This is where, that could be as much as I'm looking for. From 5,200 to 5,192, I know it's an $10 move. That's 80 to 100 pips just come down from white line to white line. I could pip and dip and get out of there. If it breaks, then this one, a yellow line, holds more information, more daily, higher time frame. Maybe that, if it comes all the way down black, maybe near the yellow line, it holds support and goes back up, okay? This yellow line holds more weight than this white line and this white line. These are just the last few hours. This represents daily information, okay? You see, in the past, it was support. In the past, it was resistance. In the past, it was resistance. It could be turning to support, so on and so forth, okay? So right now, it's pushing down, okay? Let's go to the 5 minutes now. Now, remember what I was talking about? This move, that was Wall Street. Okay, if you find levels on the lower time frames, see that was double bottom. That was that bullish engulfing bar that was created at a specific time, right? This is confluence. It went up, created a new high, pulled back, higher lows, new highs right up to there. Now I can see the 5-minute candle that exactly hit today's daily high was right there. 10 minutes after 12. Came up and pushed down. Now we're coming down, okay? So this was that white line, okay? Let's see if it comes down there. See that wick that impulsively broke above, then there's a body and wicks right there? So I have a zone to identify now. See how I identify that zone? I'll keep it neutral so you guys can see. See how I just found that zone right above my hourly point of interest? There's a wick in there, there's a wick down there, and then to the bodies. So if I extend that into the future and I just make it green, not to say I'm buying, it's just to show you that it was previously red resistance right there. There was the closing bar above. It retraced into 50% point of control and continued to go up. And now we're coming back down. So I want to see if it comes in here, will it hold up and go back up? Or will it close below this? Then I'll flip it red and then we might be pushing down to there, okay? So that could be what we're monitoring right now, okay? Also, if I want to continue to move down with this bearish volume, as if I was in a sell, let's say, I would be cutting it in half and seeing, will this continue to be resistance and push down? Or will the buyers bring it back up and close above here? This could be support to take us back up to the daily high and maybe even higher, okay? So I'm not in a trade right now, but I act as if I was in a trade. This is how my analysis would be looking right now, okay? Right now, I can continue to wait. Is there a pattern that we see? We see it come up, and now we're seeing it coming down. Will it come down here and possibly go back up and break out? Will it come in here and go back down? Will it hold this and be another big strong bottom? Or will it break and close below this? Then this is red, and then we're pushing down to here, okay? Or will it come down and then it's a big move coming back up, okay? I don't know until it gets there. That's what I have to justify, okay? If I want to now complement my chart now with a few indicators, few fancy things, 9 EMA, we're now below the 9 EMA. We were considerably above the 9 EMA on that run up to the daily high. Now we're below it. So the 9 EMA could act as momentary resistance right now. The 200 holds the higher time frames, 200 bars. The purple line is all the way down in here. So you see where those big wicks were supported there, and the volume closed above the 200 EMA and pushed up. So look at where the 200 EMA, it's right near my daily yellow line. So that would be right now, I'm just saying, if it comes all the way down there, that would be a good location to buy. Why? I'll tell you why. Because it's got a daily point of interest and the 200 EMA is there, okay? And it could also, and it's cutting this big bar at 1035 in half that could still hold this uptrend that took us to the daily high. All of this volume that took us to today's daily high, if it retraces right down here, maybe they want to protect it to take it to a new high, right? So this could be a potential zone to look for a buy. What I do at that location is right click and I add an alert and I patiently wait to see if it will come down there. Maybe it doesn't, I don't know, but I will wait there patiently if it gets down there, and maybe I will potentially entertain a buy. That would be a really significant pullback from today's daily high down there. This area is probably accumulating with pending orders. If you can look at some order flow right now, maybe you'll see some orders in there. That's basically how you got to look for high probable setups when you're trading, okay? So that's gold, guys. And then just to add the cherry on top, you can add a higher time frame bar. If you're on the 5 minutes, this one represents the entire day's trading, okay? We know that the day still has 3 hours to go, but there's the open. Initially, I can go now and look back. I know that opening bars for gold are 6 p.m., right? 1800. So I can see there was the opening right there. So it was really bearish. It was 1 minute. 1 minute. That was a 1 minute drop. And then it came right back up. Okay. Consolidated in here. Came up, closed, retested this. What did it retest? The opening balance right there. See where it kind of barcoded and then took off. Okay. And then since then, we retraced right there, made a higher low. It revisited double bottom in Wall Street. Continue to push up, okay? Right now it's still holding bullish, okay? Did it come into, this is what sometimes I hate. Sometimes I'm waiting patiently for it to come in this green zone or the white line, and I miss it. It came down, that was the lowest point, went up, came down again, higher low, and now it's a bullish candle, okay? So sometimes when you're waiting with a pending order or specific market execution at an area, you might miss it just by a little bit, okay? That happens to every trader, okay? But you can't get rattled and then just start to buy FOMO buy at the top, because what happens if they reject it back down? Then it naturally comes in there, okay? So it's like fishing. Sometimes you'll get a bite, sometimes you don't, okay? Now, I hope that gold analysis helped you guys out. I'm going to revisit gold in a moment. I'm going to do an analysis on NASDAQ now, okay? NASDAQ made a big move right here, Wall Street, okay? If you cut Wall Street in half and found the point of control, have we retraced back in there in that 5-minute part? No, we haven't, okay? Have we came back into where it closed and opened? No, we haven't, okay? Have we came into 50% of this? No, it was more so right there, okay? So this bar at 945, it's already retraced in there and it's going back up. It could be coming, I'm going to do a full thorough top-down analysis, but I'm just saying right now it could be a double top. There was the impulse, okay? So what I mean by double top is where it came in there, back down, and now it's coming back up, could go down. But the way how it's moving, it could continue to drive, okay? All of these patient buyers looking to buy NASDAQ, waiting for Nvidia, missed out. There could be a ton of pending orders waiting to get filled in here, but the market might have enough volume and wants to continue moving. Why? Because it's not just a normal trading day. Today is Nvidia's earnings, the biggest company in the entire planet. Maybe the market is not going to allow a pullback or sell-off. Maybe it's been accumulating for multiple days. Maybe it's been accumulating for multiple weeks going into Nvidia's earnings, okay? So when we're just looking at the 5 minutes, I can just basically see Wall Street and what's moving right now. But let's now put the pieces of the puzzle together and start on the daily, okay? What do we got going on the daily? There's been a big push down. It came back up. There's the resistance. Look, we're driving right into the resistance right there. Today, look, with all that bullish volume, how do I know that that's resistance? There's 4 wicks up there, 5 wicks up there. Okay, right in here. There's a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and we're driving right in there, 25,400. Okay, if it's good earnings call, maybe we'll continue to break out. Okay, if it's there's rejection there, rejection there, rejection there. There could be a wall in there that stall today's volume to hold it until Nvidia's earnings. Okay, so there could be where it develops a wick coming down. But I see how it's been building from over here. Look at February 6th now. Okay, what's the date today? February 25. This has been like almost 20 days. It's been building a higher low. There's points of interest. Look at all right there where the bodies are. Sorry for the white lines. It should be yellow lines. Okay, let me just show you real quick. So you see here now. Okay, see where the body is, then it comes back, it's a wick there, a wick there. So this yellow line has been holding daily support for NASDAQ for multiple days. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days accumulating in here. Okay, so in anticipation of Nvidia's earnings, okay, this is more bigger picture we're looking at, not just today's 5-minute candles. Okay, so let's make some sense of this. We haven't done a NASDAQ top down in a while. We did US 30 yesterday, but NASDAQ, it's been a minute. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, is it in a downtrend or an uptrend? Obviously, it's in an uptrend. How do we know this? That's one huge leg up, double top right there, previous all-time high, February 25. There was Trump in his tariffs, inauguration and bullshit. The market took a big dip. Then he said, oh, I'm just joking. I chickened out. And then the market rallied right back, made a new all-time high, pulled back, new all-time high right there. And now we're coming right up there, double top. It was dropping. Everyone was saying the market is crashing. I don't see a crash. I didn't see any bears close below there. I saw correction, and now it's coming right back up, okay, with Nvidia's earnings. If it's good earnings, in the next few weeks and months, we might see new all-time highs. If it's disappointing, it might come up a little bit, fake out the market maybe, and then maybe we have a corrective phase coming down. That is a logical explanation, but we gotta go through the earnings first and see how the market digests it. See what the earnings is first thing, okay? Now, let's dissect in here. Do we have an all-time high on NASDAQ? It's got to be right there, okay? Why? Because I didn't see any higher moves. So that's the all-time high. Can I find the all-time high? Bring it down to the bodies, right there. Same shit I do on any security, same shit, different day. Bring it into the future. There was the double top in there, and then there was the drop. But the drop did not close below this supporting neckline, the pivot, right? There's the pivot right there. It came down, stopped, and then that was the double top. Okay, if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, one top, there was the pivot, drop, neckline, support, came all the way up. There's your double top in that red box. There was where it came down, bearish. But right there, see, the buyers came in. And it's a bullish engulfing candle. It's the same thing I showed you on the 5 minutes of gold today. There it is on a daily. Why did these sellers not have enough juice to bring it down, break for a new low, close, and then we would have had a market sell-off? There's your M pattern with your break and your retest. It's a typical pattern you guys do on an everyday. But there was a clue that's right here. This day, February 6th, Friday, okay? It opened bearish, did not take out any lows, came back with a higher low. There's your bullish candle. When it got up to 50%, was there a rejection? No. It came, broke a new high, and closed engulfed. It had a little bit of more continuation, but you see right there, there's a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick. So there has to be a seller in the market right there. How do I know this? I'll show you. Right there's the body. Body. I look above it, a wick impulse, wick impulse, wick impulse, wick impulse. Okay, so if I want to draw a zone now, maybe I grab all 4 of those wicks. Sorry, 5 wicks right there. See what I did? There's a wick, 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 wick above my point of interest. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wick, 4 wick, 5 wick, John wick. Okay, there it is. Stretched it into the future. Today's daily candle is driving, possibly, its job today is to fill these wicks and continue to break out. Where could we break out? We could go to the next point of interest, where that daily candle closed and this daily candle opened, okay? You guys understand that, right? But it could come in here and get rejected and come back down, okay? If this blue candle, when it closes, 4 more hours to go, if it closes above here, I may momentarily flip this zone green, and maybe this will be turning into support to take us back up to the all-time high. How? If it comes up here, closes, maybe we get a pullback, early pullback, and it's driving on great Nvidia news, right? And then we're testing here, then the all-time high, then maybe higher, okay? But right now, we're driving into a red zone, okay? That's just facts, okay? Now, is there anything else I can look at? Okay, yeah, I can see we have a nice pivot right there. I don't think NASDAQ's going to come all the way down here right now. So can I just raise this yellow line to the next pivot? Absolutely. And then I see body, and then I see a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, a wick, okay? See there, it's ready for a zone. It's ready for a zone. How do I know that? Okay, can I do a zone like this? I can, okay, and make that a big green zone, but I can definitely do that and capture the wick, the wick, the wick. But it's a little exaggerated to get all that. I have more a wick, a wick, a wick. I want to get more touches. Where can I get more touches? Right there. Okay, so you see how I get a wick, a wick inside there. Okay, so it gives me a rough idea of where there's a zone right there. If I do want to get that absolute low, I just mark it with a line, right? And then I look at the number, 24,400, psychological area. Right here is the 24,665 area. And now as an intraday trader, I saw that there was resistance right here. That's another nice point of interest to recognize. Right above 25,025, psychological number came up. It got rejected there, came up again, lower high. Look at that impulse break, then closed right there. Look at how they started the day there. This is where you get your clues. Friday, they closed it right there. Monday, over the weekend, they opened it bearish, ignited. How did this not open up green and just fill that wick just a little bit? The market wanted to come down because there's probably a shit ton of pending orders waiting to buy on anticipation of Nvidia's earnings. The big money is waiting down here. You and I are not big money. You and I are minnows. You and I are nobody in these markets. You guys understand that, okay? Big money is financial institutions. They can engineer the move to come down here very easy. They can make a catalyst. They can design it for a Friday and a Monday open, pick up all the pending volume, get all the volume, and now they're breaking it out in anticipation of Nvidia's earnings. I'm sure they have had a heads up of what Nvidia's earnings are going to be. You know, financials are considered to be smart money. I think they know what they're doing. That's why they're so wealthy, right? So we need to follow what they're doing, okay? Let's follow today's daily candle now. How did it open? It closed and opened right here. There's the opening balance. Sorry for that line. Gotta use my yellow. This is the opening balance, okay? 6 p.m. Look at the number, 24,975, okay? It opened, it was initially bearish. Look at how low today's low was, just initial drawdown, just a tiny bit. That's my purple low, okay? It wasn't a big black candle that came all the way down, test point of control of this, come back down into our green zone. Why? Because they've accumulated enough. They got enough, and now they're ready to squeeze sellers who are shorting the market. This is the squeeze that they're placing on sellers right now who were betting on the market selling off, okay? They're in heavy drawdown right now. Maybe as a swing trader, this is not big drawdown for a swing trader. This is only like if you were selling, let's say this body, or this wick. This move right now, just today, is 300 pips. For a swing trader, maybe they're okay. Maybe they got a 500,000 pip stop loss. Who knows? But we got a squeeze coming into the red zone here. Now, let's follow. Let's see what today's daily candle has done. Did it backfill this wick, this wick, this wick? Yes. Okay. So can I maybe just up my point of interest to maybe represent that wick and that wick? So if it ever comes back down, maybe that might be support, resistance, resistance, turning to support. That might be a great area to buy NASDAQ. If it comes all the way right back down there, I might place an alert at 25,075. Okay, if it gets down there, I might be entertaining a buy there. I would love that, but I don't think NASDAQ is going to come all the way down there right before NVIDIA's earnings. But if it does, it could be a gift. Okay, but what is it still doing? It broke above. Did it break above a closed body, opening body? It's moving above that. Okay, so that was previous resistance, point of interest. Now that could be support. So if we get maybe a shallow pullback, maybe this yellow line might be an opportunity to buy NASDAQ today at 25,208, 200. We're 100 pips away from it, but we can maybe see 100 pip pullback. That might be a good location to continue to buy this daily volume. However, it is backfilling now. It's still bullish. We're right at the highest point. Okay, so I'm just going to place the purple high right now because that's where the wick is. We're only 15 pips away from going higher. But look, then we got a wick, a wick, a wick, and a wick. So just pick any one of these wicks and place like a yellow point of interest. Do I want the lowest one? Maybe I get there. Maybe I get right in there. Why do I pick this one? Because it's like right halfway inside my red zone. Or I could just guess. There's the top, there's the bottom, and just go halfway. And then just look for a nice psychological number if it gets there, okay? That might be where the resistance is. That's where they might cap it today and hold it off until NVIDIA's earnings, okay? That's a big bullish candle. Let's go into the 4 hour. Let's see, where did this thing develop? It was all developed basically this morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., pre-New York and Wall Street. And there was a tiny pullback right into there, and now it's coming right back up on the 4 hour. This 4 hour candle is a bullish pin bar ready to close in 53 minutes. Okay, so you see it's kind of stalling right here in this red zone. Why? Because I look at 4 hour candles in the past. They came up, they went back down. They came up, they went back down. They came in, all impulse moves, back down. Came in again hard. This is when they really rejected it. I remember we took this sell on Thursday last week, and where it dropped there, and then look at how gobbled up everything. It didn't break below there. Came back up slowly, building, and they're releasing it right now. Okay, now on the 4 hour, this could be. Look at how much like resistance there's been here. There's been resistance here, here, and maybe possibly here, and go down. But again, this is right before NVIDIA's earnings, okay? So this is a tough area to determine. It could break out and be a strong move, okay? Now let's go into the 1 hour. So a lot of this 1 hour volume was exactly right at Wall Street. If you guys traded Wall Street, it was that big 5-minute breakout candle. Okay. If you cut this candle in half, notice how my daily point of interest is the halfway point cut in half. Have we came down in there? That was the lowest shallow pullback. Okay. And it's continuing to move up, hold at this daily high. It might now just trade blue, black, blue, come down black again, go back up blue, come down black a little bit more. But right now, it's still bullish. Even if you want to just do a small hourly trend line, that's a small hourly trend line. It's still ascending, right? That's how hourly white line, trend line, still ascending, okay? Do you know where the hourly point of interest is? It's right there. There was a body hourly close at 10. There's an 11 a.m. open, and I don't see any black hourly volume closing below there. So that's my white hourly support. I know for NASDAQ, it's got hourly support sitting at 25,250, and it's still in an uptrend. And still holding, okay? So let's go into the 5 minutes now. The big move was Wall Street. There it is. Continued, higher highs, higher lows, continuing to push, pulled back, okay? Let's recognize the most recent pullback with a red line, okay? If I want to kind of draw now the most recent pullback and my daily point of interest, just this little zone in there, I can make a green box just to let me know. You see that big candle right there, that big fat candle right there at 940? That has not been activated, okay? See all that volume left behind, whatever you guys call it, fair value gap, Mickey Mouse gap, ping pong box. I don't give a shit what you guys call it. That has not been activated. So there's got to be pending orders waiting in there, okay? Would it be better to get a buy down here? Absolutely. But sometimes the market will not come down there, okay? So we have to entertain something here that could be a potential area to buy. So either at that red line, either at the yellow line, you could put a line right in the middle, whatever it is. Give yourself an alert just in case it gets down there, okay? Now, the 5-minute candles are doing a double top at the daily high. How do I know this? One top, where it hit the purple line, pull back right there. There's the neckline, all of this shit in here at the trend line, coming right back up. There's the second top. So traditionally, we should see second top start dropping all the way down there. But it's on an uptrend. It might just pull back just a little bit right there and go right back up, okay? So maybe a little area we have to watch for maybe a quick scalp to continue to go up. There's a pivot on the 5 minutes right above the hourly trend line. Let's just locate it like that, okay? 25,280. So if it breaks like a daily point of interest and just drops a little further, maybe we have confluence of a trend line. We have support right here. Maybe that might be a nice little pullback to continue to take it up. However, if we lose this, then volume could drop down to test our hourly support and maybe it holds there. If it doesn't, this would be the best area to buy down in here, right? Adding some indicators to complement 9 EMA or above the 9 EMA, 200 EMA, all the way down. Look at all the way down here. Might be catching up to exactly the point of interest of Wall Street's 5-minute candle. That would be a really nice discounted buy. Nice psychological number, 25,150. Hell yeah, I'm going to place an alert there. Maybe tomorrow I get that buy. I don't know, okay? And then finally, SST daily bar. You can put this daily bar on a daily, a 4-hour, hourly, a 15-minute, whatever higher time frame you like. Okay, that's a massive bullish candle. It's not easy to short this thing, okay, because there's a shit ton of volume behind it. Okay, so your sells are short-lived sells. You're counter trading. That's like you can pip and dip. You can pip and dip, but if you're holding sells, it's continue going higher. Like that was a little small sell. That was like, you gotta be careful. You gotta have counter trading rules, okay? So it's still driving. Let's look at gold, okay? So gold has done nothing. Since I did that NASDAQ, it came down. Look at what it tested, 50%, spin top, spin top. So in this area, look at what happened to the volume. Where is it? We know that 20 more minutes, COMEX is gonna close. So it's just consolidating right here. Okay, you don't have to you don't need to engage in this. You don't need to trade this shit area. It's like the volume has disappeared. Okay, so let's let it build up. It'll either build up, maybe we'll break for a new daily high, or maybe push down here and we can sell it down a little bit. But I'm not trading this shit. Hell no. Okay. NASDAQ looks a little bit more better, but I'm just going to sit on the sidelines for both securities. I'll just flip flop from both of them and see how all of you guys are doing. So everyone on Zoom, welcome guys. Mo, good afternoon. Sergio, welcome brother. Mike, Ibi, welcome. Thank you. Siobhan, good to see you. Welcome. Samuel, thank you. Robin, thank you guys. Christoph, thank you for joining, brother. I'm coming to Europe, guys. So I just want to mention this, okay? I'm going to try and take my laptop with me, but I don't know if I'm going to be streaming because I really have a lot of things to do down there. I will be flying into Austria, and then from Austria, I got to go to Albania, Macedonia, and Kosovo. And then when I'm coming home, I got to pay a stop in Switzerland, okay? And then I'll be coming. It's about a 2-week trip. Business, not so much pleasure, but I will be in the Discord, guys. I'll be active in the Discord a lot in there with you guys. Okay, I'll bring my laptop. I'll try and do some streaming with you guys on Zoom. There won't be much on YouTube. And guys, just to mention, I know it sucks, but we're reducing our YouTube sessions down to 2 days a week. Okay, Dave and I decided that we need to get more concentrated with our snipers. Because they are taking their trading to the next level. So we have to be there to help them, okay? And we're going to do a lot of extra stuff with you guys and stock and option classes. If you're willing to learn, join. It's like an open community. You can come in and join, okay? If we're talking about Nvidia and we're learning about Nvidia, we're not doing gold. We're not doing like GBP USD. We are doing that. You'll see on when you come, guys, you're going to see something new here at SST. The schedule over here. So you'll see a scheduling, okay? So if it's like today, live post New York, we're doing gold NASDAQ, okay? But then there might be another session where it says live stock market. And then we're talking about Tesla. We might be talking about Amazon. We might be talking about the volatility index. We might be talking about ETFs. We might be talking about dividend securities. We might be talking about penny stocks, but it will have a title, what we're learning on that day, okay? And that's how I'm going to go about doing it. We have to do it with some sort of structure. We can't do it with chaos because it's hard to learn and it's hard for me to teach like that, okay? So I really need to be focused with you guys and we'll have some fun with this, okay? And we're going to learn a lot together. I'm going to open your eyes to new things that you guys have never seen or maybe heard before, okay? And that's good. That's a good thing. But if you guys have some prior knowledge, that's even better, okay? How many of you guys have ever traded a stock market or traded a stock security? It's a little different than trading Forex. It's much different than trading a prop firm. You're trading your own money, basically. You're trading your own money with stock and options. There could be maybe some prop firms for stock and market trading, but traditionally, most stock and option traders are trading their own financial capital, okay? There's a lot of great US brokers out there, interactive brokers. There's Robinhood, if you like that. There's you can go with a financial institution, Charles Schwab. I use a financial institution. I bank with TD Bank in Canada, and I trade through TD Ameritrade and TD Canada. So they're good fills, good commissions. You can do stock and options. You can open up a cash account. You can open up for retirement savings in the US. If you use your Roth IRA, you can use your retirement savings and invest that and trade that. In Canada, we have a RRSP. Our deadline is March 2nd to contribute into that to lower our tax bracket. That's another thing, guys. I got to get to the bank on Friday to contribute in my RRSP so I can lower my tax bracket down. So lots to do, guys. This is what you need to learn about future investing, guys. Passive income, owning these big names. Like you can be a shareholder of Walmart, of Costco, of Nvidia, of Apple, of Amazon, of your financial bank that you bank with. anything, guys. There's a lot that can be done. And options are a fun world too. Options are exciting. The gains can be massive percentage gains. Okay, so gold is pushing down. Okay, let's see what happens. Sorry, NASDAQ is pushing down here. Let's see what happens maybe, down into here. Okay, so right now it's coming down. Gold, again, gold is very thin volume. Rob, you want to know everything about options? Lots to teach about options. Okay, lots to teach about. Options are fun too because there's weekly expiration dates that close every single Friday. So you can look at a weekly expiration on Nvidia closing this Friday. Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and that's it. They're cheap right now. Why? Because they're going to expire in 2 days. I like those because I'm a scalper. So if I was scalping Nvidia right now, 5-minute candles, like if we go to an Nvidia chart, let's do a top down on Nvidia real quick. Do you guys want to do that? Real fast. A top down on Nvidia. You guys want to do this real quick? Let's see here. I can pull it up. Here it is. Okay. It's trading at $197 right now. Right by that psychological $200. Okay, quick top down on Nvidia. Okay, look at these 5-minute candles, right? Okay, but let's do a top down. Okay, these are session breakers. I don't know if you guys know this. On TradingView, when you're trading the stock market, see this ETH? This is extended trading hours. Okay, when the stock market has extended trading hours, pre-market and after hours. So see how it breaks this like beige block right here? This is, look at the timing. It starts at 4 a.m. Eastern, and look at when it closes, 9:30. This is now this gray shaded, this is Wall Street right now. And then look at the dark, this kind of blue color. It's, look at the close, 4 p.m. And then that's after hours, okay? So you can see, you can find now session highs. Look at, there was a session high here. Tuesday at noon, look at this, okay? There was the highest point. And look, double top right at the close of the market. And then it dropped down, okay? Like, look at it. And then held support. It gapped it up. There's a gap up, right? Look at the gap up, okay? Look at, the candle closed down there Tuesday. And it gapped it up, open right over here, okay? Has it filled this gap? There's a gap in the market right there. See there? There's a gap in the market. Have we came back down in there? No, okay? If it ever comes back down into this gap, I'm going to place an alert to buy at 193, okay? Or look for a call option if it comes in there, maybe with a strike price to come back up to 195, and I'm right back in the money, okay? But whatever, okay? That's a gap, okay? They gap up the market and continue to push it up without coming in there, okay? We'll talk about what are gaps. If we're doing a top down quickly on Nvidia, starting on the daily, okay? Same thing we do. But look at how there's more gaps in candles and things like that, okay? It's not as clean as trading when we're looking at gold and NASDAQ, right? But you can still kind of see a supporting area. You can kind of see it right there. There was something happened up there, okay? See up there? That was an all-time high. October, November, where it hit $212 a share, okay? And then it retraced down. Is there a good supporting level? Yeah, I can see right in there. It's holding good support, right? So just a traditional red box, green box, very easy. We boxed it in, okay? So again, if it comes down here, 170, that's what I was talking about. There was that pullback right there. See those 4 daily, when everyone was saying the market is crashing? Right here, February 2nd, my birthday, that week. It came down, came down, came down. How did I have a buy order waiting at this area? Because I just looked to the left and see that there was a lot of buyers in the past loading up in this zone. I can go all the way back to July of 2025. Buyers were there, came back down. Buyers were there. It came back down. Buyers were there, came back down. Buyers were there, came back down. Buyers were there. If it ever comes back down there, there's possibly going to be buyers there, okay? It's now, look at what it's breaking. It's breaking some resistance. Okay, you can see a wick, a wick, a wick. There's bodies. Draw a point of interest line, okay? Somewhere in there. 193. Look at how they gapped up today's daily candle above this shit, okay? Look at how it was impulse, 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 impulse. There's the close there. They gap it up. They fill the gap a little bit. They fill the gap, and then it's taking off. So we can Carla, is it possible scalping in stocks? Yeah, we can scalp Nvidia. So I'm just doing like a top-down analysis, but we can bring this down into 5-minute candles, okay? Look at it. It's the same stuff, Carla, that we talk about. Like, look at, there's a fair value gap, you know, like right in there from like, guys, okay, right here, 950, okay? Big bullish candle breaking out of there. What we can do is same thing we do. Grab your Fibonacci tool. Opening price of that big bullish candle, that's a structural candle that closed above of everything to the left, okay? Can I cut that candle in half, Carla? Yes, let's cut it in half, okay? Can we find the point of control of that candle? Absolutely. That's why I'm saying, guys, if you learn this, you can basically trade anything your heart desires. This is a strategy that you can utilize for the rest of your life. Very simple. Okay, so let's say, Carla, we missed the breakout of Nvidia coming all the way up there. If we patiently waited for it to pull back right into there, you know, we came in there, back up, came in there, back up. So when I'm trading options, right, they have strike prices. We got to look at the option chain. So they're 195, might be 197, 199, 200. They could be whole numbers. But let's say I was looking to scalp an option. Remember what I told you about expiry dates? Today is Wednesday. There's some that expire this Friday. There's some that expire next Friday, the following Friday. Then there's monthlies. Then there's leaps every 3 months. So as a scalper, what I'm doing is I'm just looking to scalp the cheapest option. Is this Friday. They're dirt cheap because no one's really trading them because they're going to expire soon. But for a scalper, I love it. So if I'm looking to buy, I'm buying a call option. So I have to determine a strike price. How do I determine a strike price? I just look at resistance. Okay, I look at resistance. 197, right? So if I'm looking to buy there, I'm looking to buy a strike price, buy a call for $197. And as it goes up, my percentage on I'm in the money. It's in the money. It's gaining more and more intrinsic value, and this might be a scalp of 10 to 20% or even more on my option. And I can scalp these. I can flip them, buy and sell, buy and sell. A lot of traders think that when you buy a call option, you have to hold it till its expiry date. You don't. You can just buy and sell these things. If you want something you want to hold for a longer duration, don't look at this Friday's, look at next Friday's. They're a little bit more expensive because you have more time to hold it to get to your strike price. But I'll explain this all more in detail. But you can see right now, like, if I was trading or Nvidia, I would see right now it's made a top of 197. Now it's pulling right back. This was a resistance. Now will it turn into some support now? Let's just watch this and see what happens, okay? Like, will this zone turn into a little bit of support now and hold? Like, look at what just happened now. The bar came right into this zone, come right back up, spin top candle. We have a bullish ignited candle, okay? So you can see everything you learn, there's a bullish ignited candle. It just came right up where? To the body of this candle. This is the same shit we do on NASDAQ, on gold, on anything. There's the point of interest, resistance. I see a lower high, lower high, lower high. If I was to cut this candle in half as well, you know, the same thing I do all the time right there. It's still holding. Now it's building, okay? But it's going against a now downtrend. This is more of a zone here. This was a consolidated 5-minute zone if I was to trap that area and bring it into the future. Now I can tell that that could be the red zone, okay? So now it's probably just trading inside here, okay? So maybe it wants to come back here, maybe go back down. We look for a double bottom building there, double bottom traditionally more volume to get back up there. If it loses this, then it could potentially sell down, further down into here, okay? So guys, if I didn't tell you we were on Nvidia right now and I told you we were on gold on the 5 minutes, you wouldn't have any idea, right? Okay, so that's the wild world of the stock market. But we got to continue to focus. What is going on with gold? Okay, gold just died. It's like on life support. Holy, okay, no volume. Don't ask me to sell this, buy or sell this shit right now. This is garbage. So we have to look at NASDAQ right now. Okay. Any questions? Rob, you have a Dow runner at break even, forgot about it, fell asleep and forgot everything immediately. Not bad waking up to that. That's good profit, Rob. Excellent. Yeah, range we're analyzing. You got to analyze the charts in order to get into a trade. Okay, believe it or not, that's how trading works. You need to analyze to get into a trade. Unless you just want to trade blind, go ahead and trade blind. Go for it. This is why we're going to be reducing YouTube, guys. Okay, we didn't want to do this, but it just comes down to this point. We really want to focus with traders that take trading serious, take their education serious, and really want to learn the art of trading and not play games, okay? Not everyone on YouTube is like this, but we're gonna move into our community. We're still gonna offer 2 days a week with you guys, but we're gonna be moving into our community, okay? We've been here every single day with you guys for 6 years, but it's getting to the point where it's getting a little too much. It's getting a little too much now. Okay, so guys, this is horrible volume, okay? So like if you're looking at gold right now, I would be walking away from the markets, okay? I would be walking away, right? If you want to trade this, go ahead. God bless. Have fun trading this. I'm not, okay? If you want to unsubscribe from the channel, get out of here. Peace out. If you want to trade NASDAQ now, we're looking at NASDAQ, okay? NASDAQ, I got to also understand that Nvidia has earnings today. Do you want to engage in trading before earnings? You can. Can it be a little volatile going in right into the next few hours going into the close? It could, but that's up to you, okay? And plus, we've already had a good day here at SST. Some of the snipers in the Discord were trading earlier morning from London, early AM, got their pips and dipped out of the market and did fantastic. Dave had a New York session, did great. The trade signals and ideas have been hundreds of pips today. Hopefully you caught some of those. You know, like, I don't know what else to say, guys. What else would you like us to do for you? Like, this is where the point. Would you like me to force trading? I can, but then don't cry if you copy me and you go and draw down. And for anyone that wants to join SST and be part of this private community, Dave and I launched 50% off on all plans, okay? Cut it in half, except for the monthlies, because we want you guys to be here longer duration so you can actually learn. So there's 3 month, 1 year, and lifetimes, okay? Because we're going to give a lifetime of education. Also, Dave and I, in the next near little bit, are going to be opening up a live trading academy here in London, Ontario. Okay, it's going to be where we're going to host events for the community to come and learn with a curriculum, and there's going to be a private area to learn one-on-one and as a group. Then there's going to be a station where it's practical learning in a live environment with all of the monitors and everything, teaching. That's what we kind of want to do into the future. We're going to continue streaming with you guys, obviously, but this is something Dave and I have wanted to do for a long, long time. And I feel like the time has come that we need to start to do something like this and offer financial education in person. It's different when it's hands-on, and lots of people can learn like that. And for those of you guys that have been with us on YouTube for a while, we appreciate you guys and love you guys, okay? I'm not just, there's a few people out there that, but the majority of you guys are all serious about your trading as well, and we appreciate you guys. So that's why we didn't just cut off YouTube altogether. And then hopefully in the near future, we'll come back to the 5 days again, but we want to spend some time with the snipers. Oh, CME has got issues? Oh, okay. Yeah, gold has a trading issue right now, guys. Futures are down also, trading view also. Okay, so let's not be looking at gold, okay? There's issues right now. Gold is not a security we should be looking at. We've got NASDAQ. Would you guys like me to do another top-down analysis on something else? We can do, you guys want to do a Forex pair? Something we haven't done in ages. Do you guys want me to go to another security? What would you guys like to see? US 30? Bitcoin. You guys want to look at Bitcoin? We haven't done Bitcoin in a long time. Bitcoin is interesting. Dow. I love Dow. Okay, let's do Dow. Let's check out what Dow is doing. It's a quiet market, guys. Like gold, metals are down. NASDAQ is just consolidating. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Okay, so this is the industrials. This is not just tech here. Now we're on a different security. Okay, again, top-down analysis. Okay, wow. Okay, so it's been really choppy, right? Had one breakout, got up there, pulled back, and we're trading in here. Okay, so these are all-time highs. Okay, you can go on the monthly and see that wick right there is the all-time high when it hit 50,000. Okay, so we've got all-time high. Go back to the daily. There it is. So it tested the all-time high basically 3 days and couldn't break out of there. Then it pushed down. Okay, so right now we can start our all-time high zone to the bodies right there. Okay, and stretch into the future. If it ever comes to 50,000, might be a double top and keep dropping. Okay, might close above 50,000. We advance this green, and then we're driving back up to, who knows, maybe 50,500, maybe 51,000. Okay, is there? Look at this. There's a lot of, like where it was consolidating here. This is a good neckline to identify. Okay, as a point of interest, yellow line to the bodies. Okay, body. There's a wick. There was the first blue candle that closed above. It came back and retested. Didn't really do anything. Barcoded, drop, and now we're coming right back up. So that yellow line right there is resistance. Okay, do I have a little bit of body of volume right above it? Yes. So I can locate like a red box right there. Okay, and I can go backwards and see how it was the wicks. Wick. One breakout candle, then it came back, consolidated. So that's got to be a red zone, right? Right below the all-time high zone. Is there some support? Yes. You can see good pivot holding right there. One bottom, second bottom, driving up. Is there wicks below and that body of volume? Yes, that's a good location to maybe draw a green zone right there and then stretch it into the future. So this is how I'm just looking for my zones. Okay. And this is not good trading volume on Dow on the daily as well. Like, look at it. It's just trading. That was a big consolidated left shoulder. There's the head that broke out to the all-time high, came back in. We were trading in the right shoulder. It's coming right back up. So it's just trading in here from green to red, going up, down, up, down, up, down. There was that breakout, came right back in, back down, and back up. So it could, maybe it could break above here, but I would be looking for daily volume to tell me that it can close above there, and then maybe that could take us to the all-time high. If it gets rejected here, then what I look for is there's a pivot right there. That's where the daily bar yesterday closed. It came right into 50% of that bearish candle, closed right there, and opened right there today. So there is some support holding right there. 49,150, 160. Okay, when we opened, we were initially bearish. We have a higher low established, purple line. Nice big bullish volume coming through. So today it's done its job. It's backfilled previous day's wick and driving all the way up here. So can it come all the way to these bodies? Will it trade in the red zone? Will it engulf and close above here? It's already made a high of the day right now, but it still could continue to drive, right? Now, is there anything here? Here's a body and a body. Okay, so this is where I add another line just to see if it pulls back there. Maybe I could be buying at this level if it's support today, still holding there. Okay, so it's a nice bullish daily candle. There's absolutely no real trend on US 30 right now. It's consolidating. This is not the greatest volume to be trading. Okay, now if I break down that daily candle into the 1 hour, this was the sell we had on Wall Street on the 5 minutes on Monday earlier this week. You guys remember? We waited for it. It opened on the 5 minutes. It came down. Look at it, close and then drop. Look at all this low volume accumulation. Then it took us right back up. Look, it came right back up slowly to where that big drop was. Okay, so we're at this big resistance level now on the hourly. Where did we get our big volume today? Okay, there was a big sell at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. continue to come down, came right back up, closed. Big bullish engulfing candle. Get right up to the equal highs, close, pull back, holding, got us to our daily high. So as a scalper, I'd like to look at what's happening here at this hourly support. Okay, will it continue to hold this? Or are we going to lose this hourly support right here? Now we're maybe going to barcode blue, black, maybe next hour is going to be blue, maybe this one engulfs and closes black, and the next Dow drops a little further, fills a wick and drops down to that daily point of interest. There's the next hourly support right below 49,300 right there. So I got some levels, but there's been some big selling pressure. When it came in there, you see the big wick, came in there again, big drop, came in there again. That's where they really dropped it. Right in there, okay, but we're slowly making our way back in there, okay. On the fives, okay, look at it. The markets are not trading good right now, okay. This is where I would recommend you walk away from the markets. This is not good trading volume. Imagine we were in buys or sells in this right now. It's annoying, okay, just looking at this. But there is a 5-minute resistance at the daily high right here. Okay, I'd like to see if the sellers can close it below this white line, maybe drop down further. Maybe if it comes down here, it holds, then it will be a buying leg to come back up. But this is shitty volume. I'm just being honest, guys. I know it sucks for a live session, but this is like the technical definition of horrible trading volume. And if you want to trade this, go ahead. I'm guarantee you this will frustrate you as a buyer or a seller. And this is where you're going to get mad. You're going to do some silly mistakes. And then tomorrow might be an amazing trading volume day. And you're stuck on this and you've lost. And I don't know, guys. You got to be selective with the volume you're trading. This is Dow, not the greatest. We looked at gold. They're having issues right now with the CME global metals and natural gas futures have been halted right now. Why are they halted? I have no idea. That could be breaking news. So, that's what maybe we have to look into why it happened. Right over here, it happened at 1:27 p.m. CME global metals, natural gas futures, and options markets are halted. I don't know why. Okay, there it is. It just came out 13 minutes ago. So I don't want to trade when shit gets halted. Okay, what if you get stuck in a trade? It's not worth it. Who knows what's going on right now? Okay, and guys, there's a free Telegram channel pinned at the top, okay, for you guys. If you like the promos, everything is to join. If you do want to support the channel, help us grow, we do appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Hit the subscribe. I don't know what else to do here, guys, but there's nothing going on, okay? So you guys have any questions about any technical stuff I can help you guys out with? Price action, candlesticks. I don't think I'm going to take a trade. There's nothing to trade right now. This is shit volume. I don't want to engage in this. I think I'm more excited to see what's going to happen with Nvidia's earnings. We'll be back with you guys tomorrow. Okay, so Dave will be trading again. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have our U.S. unemployment claims week over week. Dave has the live session in New York tomorrow, COMEX 8 to 10. I'll be coming in with the post New York with you guys. Hopefully we get better volume to trade. It'll be post Nvidia earnings. We'll look at gold and NASDAQ tomorrow. And we'll be back with you guys on Friday. So guys, I'm just going to call it a day here. There's nothing going on right now. You're welcome to continue trade, but I would highly recommend maybe just hold off this afternoon. Allow the earnings to come out and let's see how the markets move. So guys, I thank you guys for your time. I do appreciate it, but just be careful trading this afternoon, especially with halted markets. There's nothing that we can basically do right now. So trade safe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day and enjoy your Wednesday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much, and tomorrow, 11:45, 12 p.m., we'll get started, okay? Hopefully we get better volume to look at to take some trades. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys have hit some goals today, please learn how to walk away ahead of the game, okay? Treat it like a job. You clock in and you clock out. You clock in and you clock out. Don't sit and engage in this, okay? Don't treat this like a casino. Learn discipline. This is why you trade. You trade to hit your goals and get out, okay? And especially on when shit is like this, where things are halted, stay away, okay? There could be a lot of craziness that happens right now. We don't know why it's halted. I haven't seen anything come up here yet as to why it's halted, but we'll figure it out. Okay, guys? Have a good day, and thanks, everyone. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you guys.
Recording stopped.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Number Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Thank you.